Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Welcome and thank you for joining me for this cloudy story time. I am Miss Jean and I want to start us off today by asking a little rhyme. See if you know what this means. What's fluffy, white, and floats a pie like a pile of cotton in the sky? And when the wind blows hard and strong, what very gently floats along? What brings the rain, what brings the snow that showers down on us below? When you look up high in the sky, what is it, that thing you see float by? Did you guess a cloud? You're right. That is a cloud rhyme adapted from traditional thanks to Preschool Express. All right, let's work on some spelling today. Are you ready to help me out with that? The first letter I have here, do you know what it is? Did you say C? Good job. How about this one? L. How about this one over here? O. And this one here? U. Good job. How about this one? Did you say D? And this one here? Y. Great work. All together, that spells C-L-O-U-D-Y. Cloudy. Okay, so if you would like to follow along with this rhyme, we do have a booklet that you can print off from home, and that's on siouxlandlib.org. So this is my cloud book. You're definitely welcome to decorate the cover as I did here, or do it in your own design, and make sure to put your name on it, just like I put G, my name, right there. Okay, and when you turn to the inside of this book, the first page is a chance to draw, and the second page is also a chance to draw some clouds that you see in the sky. And on this third page here, you'll see a rhyme, and that's the one that we are going to do today. It's Cloudy, sung to the tune of Bingo. Okay. Sing along with me when you feel comfortable. Today the clouds are in the sky, and cloudy is the weather. C-L-O-U-D-Y, 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 and cloudy is the weather. All right, just like in bingo, I'm going to flip over the first letter here, and we're going to give a clap, just like a thundercloud. Are you ready? Today the clouds are in the sky, and cloudy is the weather. L-O-U-D-Y, 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 and cloudy is the weather. Great work! So now we'll flip this one over here, and now we'll clap 2 times. Today the clouds are in the sky, and cloudy is the weather. O-U-D-Y, 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 and cloudy is the weather. Great work! So we'll flip this one over, and if you're comfortable, definitely try to do both of those letters in there. So we'll do C-L-O-U-D-Y. Ready? Today the clouds are in the sky, and cloudy is the weather. D-Y, 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 and cloudy is the weather. Great work! We'll turn one more over. Today the clouds are in the sky, and cloudy is the weather. Y, 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 and cloudy is the weather. Uh-oh. What happens when I turn this last one over? There are no more letters. Uh-oh. we're going to have to try it in all claps. Are you ready to try all claps? You are? Okay, here we go. Today the clouds are in the sky and cloudy is the weather. And cloudy is the weather. Did you make it all the way through all those claps? You did! Great work! If you didn't, that's okay too. It was some great practice. Well, I take these clouds off the board. Can you help me count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 clouds. Awesome. And caregivers, spelling out words that are common for things that you see is a great way to help make that connection for the children in your life, to make that reading connection for them. So it's simple to do if you're in the grocery store and point out the lettering on the package, or if you're home and you notice that the child is very interested in something, you can take the time and spell that out and work on saying those letters together to help make that connection for our earliest of readers. All right, I would like us to work on the sign for cloud today. There are a few signs for cloud, but I'm going to do this one that looks like a cloud floating by. So the sign for cloud just looks like a cloud floating by. And we'll practice doing this sign while I say the rain cloud rhyme from Jean Warren. Are you ready to practice? Rain clouds in the sky. I really hope you're passing by. But in case you're here to stay, I'll just go home instead to play. Rain clouds in the sky. I really hope you're passing by. All right, great job, everyone. Go ahead and practice that sign for cloud on your own at home, too. Okay, this next rhyme comes to us from Jayberry. It's what's the weather like today? So we can practice this any day of the week. You'll see you can exchange out the day that we say for whatever day of the week. But before we get started, I'm going to need some help with some signs. Do you know what this is? A sun? How about this one here? Rain. And this one? Snow. And the last one? Clouds. Great job. Okay, so I'll say the rhyme through one time first, and then see if you can join me in saying it. What's the weather like today, like today, like today? What's the weather like today on this lovely Wednesday? All right, see if you can join with me this time. What's the weather like today, like today, like today? What's the weather like today on this lovely Wednesday? Is there lots of sun today, sun today, sun today? Is there lots of sun today on this lovely Wednesday? Is there lots of rain today, rain today, rain today? Is there lots of rain today on this lovely Wednesday? Is there lots of snow today, snow today, snow today? Is there lots of snow today on this lovely Wednesday? Are there lots of clouds today, clouds today, clouds today? Are there lots of clouds today on this lovely Wednesday? day. All right. Great job. Thanks for doing that one with me. All right. So to reference back to the cloud book here, I've got a fun project that we can do together. So we'll turn this page where you can have the chance on these 2 pages to count the clouds and then trace those numbers. And then on that next page, you'll see the letters in the word cloud. So you have the chance to trace each letter in the word cloud. And then for each of the letters that make up the word cloud, you can think of other words that start with that letter. So for example, under U, I drew an umbrella. But it's over here on page 7 that we can have a chance to do this activity together. Okay, so it is making cloud dough. And I will be right back with the ingredients to help us make cloud dough. Okay, I am back with everything that we'll need to make this cloud dough together. So the first thing that you'll need is to prepare your space. So I have decided to lay a tarp down on the floor because this can get a bit messy. So the next thing that I have here is a big bowl to mix everything in. And I also have a 1 cup measuring cup, a spoon to start mixing everything, and then I do have some essential oil in case we want to add some scent to our cloud dough. So the booklet recommends a lavender or a grapefruit, not necessary. So that's just if you want to put a little extra scent into your cloud dough. So the first main ingredient that I'll use is flour, and then we'll also use some vegetable oil here. So to start with, we'll use some flour, and we're going to use 8 cups of flour. So I'm going to have you help me count these out. And if you're doing this from home too, you can count along there. So to start with, I'm going to use the back of my spoon to help level off the flour. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and caregivers, kids love to scoop and pour, so help them do this as much as they can at home too. This is 4, 5, we're getting there, 6, 7, and our last spoon here. Make sure you get it nice and full. Okay, and there's 8. Okay, set this aside. And now that we have our 8 cups in our bowl, you'll want to create a crater in the center of the bowl, in the center of the flour. So it creates a nice little dip, if you can see that there. And once we have that dip, we can kind of shake our hands off. Again, younger ones especially love getting their hands dirty, so let them help as much as they can for this one. That's why we prepared our space ahead of time. Okay, next we'll need 1 cup of vegetable oil. I have a new one here, so there we go. Took me an extra moment to get it open. We'll pour out 1 cup of our vegetable oil. We're gonna take that and just dump it right in the center. Whoop. Just like that. Okay. So now that that is in the center, we're just gonna gently start mixing everything together. So kind of dump some of my flour from the crater on top. Start stirring. The goal here is that we just don't want flour to get spread everywhere. May happen, again, that's why we prepared our space ahead of time. Okay. Just start mixing. And once you can tell that that flour is really starting to get good and incorporated, we can actually get rid of the spoon here and start mixing with our hands to really make sure that we get that oil incorporated with the flour. This is the fun part, getting it nice and messy. So what we are trying to achieve with mixing this flour is we are trying to get it just incorporated enough so that when we squeeze, it starts to hold its shape. And once it's mostly incorporated there, and you are going to notice some lumps, but that is okay. It's not going to affect the playability of this. So once you get that mixed in, if you decide you do want to put some essential oils in there, I'm going to grapefruit. You can just drop a few throughout, and then just mix it up again with your hands there. Okay. And I'll show you here, I made a batch earlier, and I'm just going to add my batches together. You can see that I started to make, I've got some little shapes, some circles, and I started to build myself a castle out of my cloud dough. Oops, there it broke. But you can, depending on what you have at home, you can use various things to play in the cloud dough. So you can use scoops and pretend to scoop some ice cream, or you can just use your hands, and that works just as well too. You can just let your imagination go wild here. Try to make some clouds in your cloud dough. You can do some silicone. If you have any silicone baking sheets or pans, you can use some of those to help do the different forms. Otherwise, yes. Another thing, depending on the age, if you mess it all up, you can work on making letters in the cloud dough. So you'll kind of want to pat it down, and then you can work on drawing some letters, just like I did a C there. So, all right. Well, you saw my little castle with our cloud dough. If you make something cool, definitely feel free to take a picture and tag us in that post. We would love to see your cloud creations. Okay, well, that is all that I have for us today. Before we go, I do want to hold up a few books in case you're interested in reading more about clouds. I'm just going to grab those. Once Upon a Cloud goes with our summer reading program theme this year. It's by Claire Keene. You could read Cloud Dance by Thomas Locker. There's The Cloud Artist by Hashanti Inchunli. That's Inchunli. Okay. Eyewitness Weather, to learn more about how cloud works, discover the world's weather. Why Is It Raining? If you want to do some more cloud-based experiments, there's the Kids' Book of Clouds and Sky, and just a fun book for younger readers that you can play along with the different sounds. That Weather Makes Tap Tap Boom Boom is a great one by Elizabeth Bloom. So Bluemle is her last name. And that one's illustrated by Brian Karras. So those are some books that I have. If you want to learn more about clouds, definitely check those out. All right, thank you all for joining me today. Goodbye.